Hello, good morning everyone. This is Hamid Khan here from Food Mahir and Gardening Ideas, and today I'm going to show you some of the fantastic clever climbers that I have planted almost a year ago to cover my colorborn fence. I don't like artificial, I like organic, natural. The artificial plastic, they generate more heat. Colorborn fence absorbs heat during summer. This one is PANDOREA Jasminoides, also known as Bower of Beauty. This gives more relaxed, peaceful atmosphere. Beautiful twisting, twining, evergreen climber. Normally from spring to summer, it gives light pink flowers. So this is autumn now at this time. It has really grown quite well. In extremes of winter, and even I've seen in extremes of summer when it was very hot, it really gets annoyed. So I've seen some of its leaves were turning brown and burnt leaves. I've used a lattice here. So my plan is to extend it this way and also the other way around. So yeah, a bit of neglect. I can see some pink flowers, but during spring they were literally blooming in masses. It's still quite new. It takes a bit more. I think it needs one more season to establish well. So this is another one. This was a very tiny little plant when I planted it here, and I thought that it might not survive, but I mean this particular one, I just simply loving it. The leaves are so lush green, and the shape of the leaves are a bit different than the normal star jasmine. So it's a Madagascar jasmine. It gives white flowers, also known as Stephanotis floribunda, Madagascar jasmine. Look at that. I mean, it's just spreading it across. So I could definitely add some lettuce here, and the pine wood one, maybe timber one is better, and then I could really spread it across my fence, keep my fence green, and that's my plan to do it. It takes a bit of a time since I moved in this house just a few years ago only, and I was a bit lazy in starting these climbers. The Madagascar jasmine, it grows well in part shade. It's an evergreen climber, deep shining green foliage. They provide you white star-like waxy flowers in clusters. They haven't yet flowered. As I said, it was very tiny little plant when I started. Planted in a sunny, protected site in well-drained soil. And this is part one of my video, and once I add my lettuce and extend it further, it would look beautiful. So that is the other end of the jasmine plant that I've just shared. The Madagascar jasmine, as I said, they are evergreen climbers, and with very deep shining green foliage and fragrant white star-like waxy flowers. They haven't flowered yet because, as I said, it was a very small tiny plant when I planted. In one season it just shooted very fast, so I'm expecting it needs one more season to establish, and then I will spread it across in my part 2 video. It's really giving a very good feature. I love the shape of the leaves here, and I'm also loving the color of the deep shiny green foliage shade is really very inspiring to me, and it is just, you know, in front of my alfresco. So I'm just imagining once it will spread across, it would definitely give an excellent feature to my backyard. So here is the third type of climbers that I have, and that's I think this one I planted the first. It's going, you can see it's shooting up high. I have to guide them and add some lettuce, pine wood lettuce here, and this was giving flowers in abundance. So that's the traditional Chinese star jasmine. The fragrance of these Chinese star jasmine is just amazing. It is quite established now, so I'm planning also to extend it sideways, so that the plan is to cover my fence with natural organic climbers. I was never inspired by using artificial plants covering my fence. They just simply would rather generate more heat instead of giving a cool effect. One more star jasmine here as well. That's part of my fence, so I have a long fence on the sideway as well. It was not really a very sunny position, so I was a bit worried about if it would really perform well, but again, in one spring season, it started shooting up slowly and surely. And I'm gonna connect this with this. So this is beautiful. It's a process. It takes a few seasons to establish, but once they are established, literally provide an excellent feature to the garden. The Chinese star jasmine is the easiest one I found, and this was the first one that I planted. The main highlight of this evergreen climber is also it gives a very mass fragrant star-shaped white flower in summer and spring. It remains quite a while, but even after the flowering season, it gives a very good dark green foliage. In early stages, these climbers are a bit slow growing plants, but once they are established, they flourish well. So again, it grows best in sunny position, in moist, well-drained soil, but it will also tolerate a range of soils. Tolerates light frost as well. So I had two options. One is the easy way to buy some artificial climbers or artificial green screens, fix it on my color-born fence. And the other option was a longer process, but natural. It gives more cooling effect, pleasing effect to the garden. And that was to plant some clever climbers across my fence of different shapes and types, and I've chosen the second one, which is the more natural way of doing it.